Wednesday, the new Addams Family series from Tim Burton has arrived on Netflix, and it has an appropriately dark and creepy soundtrack to go with it, featuring a few twists on some rock classics. So let's take a look back at some of the key musical moments from the show. Oh, and in case it wasn't clear, yes, there are some mild spoilers ahead. The show's opening sequence features the main title's theme by legendary composer Danny Elfman, who provides the score for the show with Chris Bacon. Elfman has previously worked with Tim Burton on a number of projects, including the soundtracks to Batman, Edward Scissorhands, and The Nightmare Before Christmas. Elfman previously praised the show and the performance of star Jenna Ortega and showed fans that he was making good use of the character's famous cello playing, which can be heard throughout the theme. Ortega actually learned to play the cello for the role of Wednesday, saying, "I started working on the cello about 2 months before we started shooting. I probably couldn't play too well now just because I've been away from home so much working, but it is something that I want to continue to pursue. I have immense respect for anybody who plays the cello. I think it's such a delightful instrument." In episode 1, we see Wednesday putting those skills to use, playing a new ornate version of the Rolling Stones classic Paint It Black. The appropriately titled song was also previously used in the trailer for the show. In episode 3, we see her perform Fleetwood Mac's Don't Stop alongside a marching band before taking on Vivaldi's Winter during a rather explosive sequence in the town square. And that episode also concludes with another clever instrumental version of a rock classic, this time Metallica's Nothing Else Matters, performed by a string section and taken, of course, from 1991's Black Album. Another key musical moment takes place in episode 4. Wednesday finds herself taking part in a school dance at Nevermore Academy, where she busts out some moves to Goo Goo Muck, the 1981 single by the Cramps. A cover of the original 1962 song by Ronnie Cook, it appears on the album Psychedelic Jungle. Jenna Ortega actually choreographed the dance sequence herself, saying, "I just pulled inspiration from videos of goth kids dancing in clubs in the 80s, Lena Lovitch music videos, Susie and the Banshees performances, and Fosse." Susie Sue turned out to be the key influence for those moves, with Jenna later adding, "I watched a lot of the Banshees' Happy House video. I feel kind of bad because I ripped off a couple of her moves. There's a bit in Wednesday's dance where I'm jumping to the left and I have my arms to the side, and that's something that Susie did on stage later in her career." Other songs featured in the soundtrack include tracks by Beach House and Dua Lipa, while all 48 tracks of that Danny Elfman and Chris Bacon score are now available to stream on Spotify. And of course, you can watch all 8 episodes of Season 1 of the show over on Netflix. That's your Rock Sound News Update. I've been James Wilson Taylor. We will see you again soon.